Have you ever thought about the most important thing about going to the gym? People think it could be to get big muscles, it could be to get stronger, it could be to get fitter. But for me, it's almost become a lifestyle. And the thing that will change your life fundamentally the most is consistency. What do I mean by that? Not every gym session is going to be great. Sometimes you're going to be tired. Sometimes you're going to feel sick. Sometimes you're going to feel fantastic. Sometimes you didn't sleep well. Keep going and make your sessions fun. Okay? People keep talking about it as a grind. It doesn't have to be a grind. You can actually do your gym in a way that you really enjoy, as long as you cover certain fundamentals. So for me, that means partially tracking the fundamentals, and most of my workouts, just because of my preferences, are more aligned with powerlifting than bodybuilding or fitness. But sometimes that's not what you have to do, and sometimes you can actually bend the rules. There's all this talk about optimization, and that's wonderful. And I am a big fan of evidence-based health and wellness. But at the same time, sometimes it's just got to be about consistency. And sometimes consistency means having fun. So today was supposed to be a rest day for me. Your strength actually doesn't get built when you are at the gym lifting the weights. It gets built during the recovery afterwards. So today should have been a rest day for me. I really felt like going. I am a little bit of an addict when it comes to working out. And I know that if I went and did big lifts today, my central nervous system fatigue would just be too great, and it wasn't going to work for me. The reason I bring this up is you don't have to stick rigidly to your program sometimes. I decided that today, instead of either having a rest or doing my usual powerlifting stuff, I was just going to have fun and do a bodybuilding workout. Who knows? Maybe it would be nice one day to look like I go to gym as much as I do. But there's a guy, Alex Leonidas. He's a natural bodybuilder. Outstanding videos. Highly recommend you watch his channel. He did a video about 2 sets per exercise. And I actually watched it a while back. I didn't pay a huge amount of attention because most of my focus is on strength training, specifically in the lower rep ranges. But it was interesting, and I think that if you're a busy dad and you have a lot on your plate, it really was quite a worthwhile thing to think about. So I decided to give it a test. I split up my body. I didn't do massive weights. I did very lightweight, what would normally be warm-up weights for me with the lower rep ranges. You can technically get hypertrophy anywhere from 5 to 30 reps, but I tried to keep it as intense as possible at around 15 reps. Sometimes that was 10 reps, sometimes that was 20 reps, depending on the exercise. Generally speaking, even though I did building compound movements, I tended to keep my rep range a bit lower on the compounds and a little bit higher on the isolation movements. Because that's what works best for my body. I really had a lot of fun with this workout. Normally, I sit between sets, I contemplate life, I think about the next sets, I think about my form, I think about my breathing. This was just go, 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 go. And it was interesting because if you've only got 2 sets to do something and you're trying to get it as intense as possible, you really do make an effort. I did calf raises on a leg press with my legs straight. I did various leg press exercises. I don't normally do a lot of leg press because I prefer compound lifts for like squats and deadlifts, but I did the leg press, feet at the top, wide apart, lots of pressure on the hamstrings, inner thighs, moved my feet down, did a Tom Platt style squat, lots of pressure on the quads. Really, really fantastic, because the weight was so light compared to what I'm used to doing. I really made sure that I got a deep stretch and focused on mind muscle connection. I was able to add a lot of other exercises just for fun: leg extensions, leg curls, and when it came to the upper body, machine rows, machine incline press, 3 different tricep exercises, overhead, push downs, and different angles. Same with biceps, one for exercise for the long head, for the short head. And it was interesting because I do some of these exercises as an afterthought after some of my heavy sessions. What I found was really cool though is I've been suffering a lot lately with tendonitis. I think it's called golfer's elbow, on the outside of my elbow. And I happened to be in the hotel gym the other day with a colleague who's absolutely massive bodybuilder. One exercise that he showed me, I was able to give a proper try today, where you use a wrist attachment for the cable machine. And normally, because I'm so busy lifting heavy weights, I don't really get to try stuff like that. And let me tell you, it was game changing for me. I'll do a video on that. But I got to really do exercises to focus on my triceps, to even work my brachialis, which I barely ever work because of my elbow. And the lightweight and the difference in attitude actually was awesome. I did this workout and I thought I'd be absolutely buggered and miserable. And actually, I just had so much fun. I really did get a good pump. And at the end of the day, gyms, does a pump mean you're growing? Yes, no, who cares? It depends on a lot of other factors. But the truth is, I just had fun. And for consistency, that matters a lot. And consistency matters a lot. And if you're familiar with my ICE framework, which is intensity, consistency, and efficiency, this workout was really all 3. So was it optimal for strength? No. Was it great for hypertrophy? That will remain to be seen, but I suspect, because all 3 factors were in place, that it will actually be if I continue with it. And the weird thing is, I haven't done any intense cardio since I tore my calf a couple of months back. I've been slowly getting into it, doing 10 minutes of brisk walks and that sort of thing. So I actually set up a timer for a Norwegian 4x4, got on the treadmill and did it. Also thought I would be exhausted, thought I'd hate it. It was actually phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. And I think that for most people, this workout would have been very, very intense. Because it was lightweight for me, it actually turned out to be really fun. And I think that I'm going to probably do this sort of workout twice a week when I have the time. Obviously, life happens, work happens, and I don't always get an opportunity to have extra days at the gym. And the point of this whole video, though, is that if you think you can't be consistent at the gym, find ways to make it fun, okay? Because at the end of the day, life is short, and if you're going to be at the gym, have fun. Having fun helps you be consistent. I know I did waffle a little bit in this video, but I think the point is be consistent, have fun at the gym, and maybe shake up your routine a little bit. Track the metrics consistently of the exercises that are critical. As for the rest, go have fun. Cheers.